Hey, you guys. Um, so yesterday I sort of released this tool called Frame. Let's see. Oh, I gotta go find it. Sorry. I should have had this queued up. Let's go here. Go to my repos. All right. So Frame. So Frame is it's this AI harness. So it's Z Shell and neovim basically. So it lets you use neovim and you can make work trees really easily. So it works really well for making features. So I thought I'd just show off making a feature. And this is the app that I'm working on, Flipnem. So we'll make a feature for this. All right, this guy. So I ran into this morning. So let me describe what's going on here. So these right now I have tabs up with 3 shells. So this one I was just doing some research. So and this is actually running in a frame. You can actually, it's a specific type of frame. This is a shell frame. I'm getting ahead of myself. I guess I should just start from the basics. Let's go here. Okay, here's a new shell. So, and this is a blank terminal. And so I'm in frame. This is literally the frame repo. You don't have to be in here though. So really this is an enabling tool that sits alongside your other repos. So my app repo is really here. And so that's where I want to start because if I cut a work tree, if I call frame from within Flipnem, then the work tree is going to come from here. So that's what we want. Okay, so we don't need this shell, so I'm going to tear it down. So there's this command. Oops. So I'm going to escape out of that. And so I'm in neovim right now. Actually, maybe I should just show you the basics. um, so if I list my buffers, so right now in this terminal, there's neovim running and it has these two buffers in it. So Claude and local. And so I was in the Claude, but also this is running in the background too, which is just a terminal. So if you need to bop back and forth, you can. Um, if you want to, let's see, can I compute? Yeah. So if you want, if you need them side by side, you can. And of course, it's neovim, so it's made for text editing. So if you want to write some code, change some stuff up, you can have Claude on one side and coordinate. Okay, you get the idea. So let's get out of here. Okay, so I'm going to tear this frame down. So I'm going to say frame down. Okay, and we're going to close that window. Okay, so let's go back to what I ran into. Okay, so Flipnem is a flashcard app and it has an MCP integration, and I was just testing with it. And let's see, I won't read the conversation to you, but basically the MCP is able to view a little bit more than I want it to, because in Flipnem there's a concept of active and inactive decks. And so let's see, so like you can show them here, show inactive. So right now I'm not, but when I do, like this one's inactive, this one. So these are all just, for whatever reason, I don't want to, I want to archive them. So MCP, it's doing the right thing in that it can't modify or get access to the inactive decks, but it can see them. Right here, there are 3 inactive decks. So I decided I don't want that. I would rather it not even be able to view the inactive decks. We don't need to release more information than we want to. So let's make a new feature to work on that. So let's do a frame for it. So I'm going to say frame, and I'm going to say worktree, and then whatever we want to call this. So let's say MCP not see great. Inactive dex. You can, my typing is rocking this morning. Okay, so what this guy is doing is Flipnem is, it's like a multi-tier app. So it's got REST server on the back end that runs the API, and then it has a Svelte front end. So in terms of testing, you need vite to do it. You might not need it, but that's what everybody uses, and it works great. Um, and it's pretty much what you need. And then you just, these days you use Claude to write all your stuff. So let's just tell Claude what's going on. Currently, the MCP is allowing agents to view inactive decks. We actually don't want that. Inactive decks should not be able to be seen by the agents. Okay, that should be enough. All right, and we'll let this chug. So let me show you what this actually does real fast. All right, so you can see, if you see that name of my current directory, what the heck is going on? I think I just pasted some beeswax. Control C, please. All right, sorry about that. Great. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. So you can see I keep everything in this git repos directory, but let's go up a layer. So, okay, you can see I have a lot of Flipnem stuff. So there's my primary Flipnem, which is second from the bottom. But then all these underscore prefaced folders they're work trees. Or at least they should be. So you just look at this stuff, see what we got. These are all the ones that are in flight, and okay, you can see that one second from the bottom, MCP not see inactive decks. That's the one we're currently working on. And so when I did that frame WT command, it makes the topic branch and it makes a work tree at the same time and starts working on it. And then at the end of the work, it's gonna make that directory go away. So you can see I got to do a little cleanup here, but I think you get the idea. All right, so let's go. How's Claude doing? All right, looks like he's kicking butt on this. Okay, now at this point, it's really, just let him cook. I guess I could show you those other. So here, I call it server. So this is the Rust process running. So, the nice thing about a frame is it's, I guess, pretty much autonomous. So this Rust instance is dedicated to this branch, this frame, and there's no state in that Rust server. So I can have as many of them as I want, and the same is true for my other buffer, vite here. So it's just chilling. So currently there's an app running here. So you can see is what Frame does is in the title here it puts the port number. Excuse me, the port number 5173. So we can just go check it out. So this one, I'm on public Flipnem right now. Let's go. To the local 5173. All right. So my different accounts. So all these things I just stuff in here. But this is it. It works. So the way it works though is there's some actual state that it's dealing with. So I do have a Postgres instance running in a Docker container, and I have a Minio, which is like an open source S3 object store, which I use for storing all the media, all the images and video, audio. So that's really what makes it run. So anyways, so you can just stack these up as you make new features, just make new instances, and this number will just get higher. It'll be 5174, 5175, etc. Okay, let's go back and see how this thing's doing. Oh, we're on vite still. We're not going to find out much here. Oh, that's interesting. Now let's see if we got a notification for this. Oh, we did. And I was so busy yapping at you guys that I didn't see it. But if you'll see in this upper right, we did get an OS notification. Needs your input. That part I really dig. I think that is cool. And another cool thing is if you click on it, it should bring focus to this. Let's just test it. So let's say I'm over here in this shell. And I'm like, oh, which frame was it? Ah, I did it. Huzzah. Cool. So yeah, one handy thing with Frame is since it's using Ghostty, Ghostty has a very rich scripting surface area. Um, it's all AppleScript as far as I know, but it is you can do kind of everything with it. So that allows us to be able to do things like easily focus on different windows. Okay, what the heck did it want? How completely should an active text be hidden from the agents? Seems like fully invisible. Oh, what are the other options? Search is the outlier. We want fully. We're going to start in lockdown mode. We can always open it up later if we want. Okay. Where was I? I think that was it. I would like to show you guys a teardown actually, because that's part of the flow. Because it's actually let's take a look at the text editing while we're here. So let's find a file. Sure, how about Docker ignore? So let's say, let's say it's a more complicated feature and I'm actually in there looking at the code. And so I want to actually do something. Actually, this would be a good test. So just while I'm here, I have some leaders set up, but you can just type FrameClaude, and that will pop open Claude, so you can just see it going on. Let's see if we can interrupt him, actually. And you'll notice it assumed the focus there too, which is normally handy because oftentimes when you want to talk to Claude, he's not actually chugging on things, and you want to actively figure out what's going on. Okay, so let's actually ask him something though. So we'll just select this line. Then I have a key map set up, so I'll say leader L, and that you can see that opens up FrameClaude with ability to take on more information. And so let's say why are we using the term data here? Okay, and let's just see what happens. This might interrupt him. Oh, it did. Okay. And that actually lines up with what I was reading yesterday in my own documentation. So this is good to note because normally you can't do this. And in fact, that's Frame's design is that so if you're from the outside and you're trying to talk to the FrameClaude instance, it's going to be gated and you won't be able to interrupt it. But when you're local like this, you do have the ability. So hopefully Claude will just take that in stride, and I probably won't interrupt him anymore. The just to talk a little bit more about the ability to communicate with these Claudes. neovim has a Lua programming stack within it, and so one thing Frame was able to take advantage of is that stack. So there's actually a broker that that Frame puts into Lua, and it's sitting in front of this Claude instance right now. And so when we're using FrameClaude here, it's actually just communicating directly with the broker, putting the request on a queue. The broker grabs it, sends it to Claude. So, and the whole reason to do that is to try and prevent messages coming out of sync and interrupting Claude. Um, it can be a little like if Claude backgrounds a task, he'll look like he's not busy anymore when really his sub agents are busy doing things. So you want to block against that. Um, okay, I think this thing might be done. Oh, what am I doing? Let's get out of here. Hello. Okay, cool. Sorry. You get to watch me fumble. Okay, so let's... Seriously, what is going on? Okay. They're fully invisible. Okay. Now with work like this, and especially if it's in MCP, it's pretty hard to test. So, and it's not that complicated. So I usually just do the work and then roll it out, actually. Let's read it real quick. Okay, return stack not found. Oh, that's good. Okay, wrote the tests. Good. Because agents can no longer discover an active deck, the old agent-driven activate this deck so I can study it flow only works if the user explicitly gives the agent a deck ID. Okay, we might have to circle back and resolve that. Sounds like we have differing stances. Well, let's go ahead and move forward on this. So at this point, if we're feeling good about it, which, let's take a quick look. Excuse me. Let's do it here. Alright, I mean, this stuff all looks pretty standard. Just updating the AI scripts. What if I can make this really big? That'd be kind of better. I can. Should have been doing that longer. Okay, I'm in inactive. Looks good. I usually just look for the high level stuff here. I mean, that's the power of AI. They can bang this stuff out. So just make sure it's in the right zone. If things are named the correct way, that's kind of it. Okay. Alright, so that looks good to me. So let's go back to Claude. At this point, let's just say commit merge, push, and tear yourself down. So well, we'll just do it in one shot. I was trying to decide if I should take some more time to talk to each of those steps because they are gated. So there's a frame merge command that it will, if the main branch is dirty, if it can't merge cleanly, if it can't fast forward, it'll block. Okay, that's it. That's fast. So at this point, it's getting pushed to production. Okay, that's basically it. That's a frame. That was just one. If we wanted to be doing a bunch of work at the same time, we could have had two or three going, but one was good for now. Okay, signing off. Thank you.